You sort of referred to the theme of the second trilogy. I guess the first one, first three books had some really clear themes of descent, hell, and then ascent to heaven. Do the next three books in the series have such clear, marcated themes, or it's more of fall from grace as the theme of all three?
Well, I would say temptation, fall, redemption.
Okay. What struck me in City of Fallen Angels was that Jace was so hard on himself. I mean, he really couldn't forgive himself for even the smallest mistakes that he made, whereas Clare, it seems, can forgive him almost anything. What I'm wondering is it possible that Jace could do something that Clare might not be able to forgive him for?
Ooh.
Is that possible? Because he seems pretty quite loving and forgiving towards him.
Well, I was thinking about, I was thinking about the end of City of Glass when I started writing City of Fallen Angels, and there's the image sort of stuck in my head of the very end of the book, and Jace is sort of sitting on the steps of the Accords Hall, and interested, he's got this box of his father's letters and sort of memorabilia, and Clare can't find him. Like, there's this party, she's looking around for him. And, he should be happy, like everything's worked out, evil is defeated, hope this is a spoiler for anybody. That was actually what my original outline said at the end, evil is defeated. I had to figure out how that was going to happen later. And there he's just sort of sitting there, and he's alone, and he's got this box, and she kind of comes up to him and, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know who I am. I don't know my last name, I don't know who this person is who's supposed to be my father, I don't know who this person is that I'm supposed to be. And she kind of cheers him up, enough to get back to the party and making out, and everybody's happy enough. But, the vision of him is this, kind of sad, boy, sitting on the steps, kind of looking at this box and kind of going, I don't know who I am. Stuck with me. And so I thought, well, that's the big question for Jace, is sort of, who am I? And if, I was brought up by this terrible person, does that make me a terrible person? And, Valentine was once a good person, and then he went so bad. So do I have to watch myself constantly? Do I have to be much harder on myself than a normal person would be? Because I have to watch for any signs that I'm going to turn into a person like that. Clary, of course, is, loving and forgiving, because she knows that that's not the way that he is. But one of the things that I wanted to, highlight in the book is that you can't get that kind of validation that you are a good person from outside. I mean, no matter how much somebody else loves you, no matter how much they believe in you, it doesn't matter if you don't love and believe in yourself. And so Jason's journey is, is he going to get to that point where he can love and believe in himself so that he doesn't need to have the only thing that's propping him up be that other people believe in him, Claire especially, but Alex and other Lightwoods, they all, love and believe in him, but it's not, when your father has sent you away when you are only 10 years old because you are not good enough, that is one of those things that sticks with you forever, and so I did a bunch of research into this. My mother was very helpful, oddly, with this, because she's worked with sort of abused kids her whole life, and that's what she does, she's a social worker. So we sort of talked it over, and, what about, kids with issues with abandonment, kids with issues with, parents who hit them or been, hard with them in some other way. And so, she says these are people who grow up to be adults who find it very difficult to believe that anybody could really love them because they don't really love themselves. And I was like, well, this is clearly Jace's journey. And the answer to is there something that he could do? Is there something that he could do that would make Clary stop loving him? I think that there is not something he could do that would make her stop loving him, but I think that there is something that he could do that would make her leave him anyway.